Hello, everybody. Welcome to Disabilities Redefined with Dr. Wagner. I am Dr. Truett Wagner, and as always, I am very happy you are here. On this episode, you are going to meet a very talented, very beautiful young lady, Shannon Devido. She is a writer, a comedian, and an actress. Baby, she's done it all. She's done stage here in New York, film, TV, super talented young lady. Recently, she was in the Viacom CBS Showcase 2021. And I love her. I mean, she's just great all the way around. And like I say, I'm laughing because she is just such a great person to interview and very funny. I mean, just all around talent. So you know what? Enough of me rambling. Enjoy Shannon DeVito, and hopefully she'll be back. Is there any one role that you really look back and that's my favorite role, or that was my favorite character?
I'm very honored to be any role that I've played. I loved all of them. So that's a very hard question. But my role in Difficult People holds a very special place in my heart. One, because it was really my first comedic supporting recurring role. And it was also a role that was not written for someone with a disability. I was just chosen because they liked my work, and then Julie continued to like my work and continued to put me in her show, which I'm very grateful for. So I do think that that one holds a very, very special place in my heart. And that character is just so insane. And I love her very much.
Would there be one certain role that you think you would just always wanted to be?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've always wanted, well, not always. I would love to be in a Marvel show or movie. I think that would be incredible. I mean, right now, if you ask me, I would say I want to be on Ted Lasso, even if it's just to play the soccer ball.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I would love to do something that combines sports and and acting, and one of those like very heightened like Difficult People. That role is she's very domineering, and she's very strong, and she's a very high status character.
Mhm.
So anything that would combine sports and high status character would just be cool. Like if she owned a baseball team or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. But when I think of people like Joan Rivers, for example, who just really would go anywhere, I mean, she'd go anywhere. Is there, within your stand-up career, is there like one topic that you just don't think you would want to really bring on stage?
Well, I think me personally, I don't feel comfortable talking about like sexual things. That's just not my wheelhouse. And there are people who do it very well, like Amy Schumer is a
Mhm.
genius at it, and Sarah Silverman is very good at it. I am just not. I am the most uncomfortable human being of all time when it comes to that. And I think doing that would just, everyone would be uncomfortable because I would be uncomfortable. I also, but I do think like it's hard as a stand up to be outside of your bubble if you're like bringing attention to something. I think it's like I feel very comfortable talking about disability on stage or being a woman or you know those kind of things, but I would never ever talk about like race unless it was being an obnoxious white person, because it's just not. I don't have that lived experience, and I don't feel comfortable bringing attention to it um, in in a stand-up set. In a show, I would, bring in consultants or bring in writers who would be able to do that. But I would not feel comfortable talking about that lived experience.
What is your disability?
I have spinal muscular atrophy.
Okay. Now, we do know that there is a spark of representation in Hollywood at this time of within film and TV of disability representation. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I think that we are definitely moving towards
Yes.
inclusion, which is, at the end of the day, the only thing that we want. Um, Authentic representation is also such a hot button topic. I think it's still a conversation that, eh, if I post something online that's like, I can't believe this person is an able-bodied person cast as a disabled person, I still get 50% messages saying like, I agree, and 50% being like, acting is acting. And so I think there's still that kind of disconnect with that topic, and people don't understand why it's so important for us to see ourselves represented authentically, and how that changes our mindsets and future mindsets of what being a disabled person means. And I think um, hopefully that being an authentic representation will allow that to happen. And um, but yeah, I mean, I think more stories being told is never a bad thing,
Mhm.
and more, you know, more diverse stories being told is never a bad thing, because we are all different as humans, and especially in the disability community, everyone is different. My lived experience is so vastly different than someone who maybe who's deaf or blind, or someone who became disabled later in life. I've always had a disability, so I don't know any different, and so my experience is very different. And so, everyone deserves to hear that point of view, and I'm hoping that, Hollywood is kind of catching on to that.
Listen, you are successful. You're a successful actress. What advice do you have for anyone interested in pursuing a career, in the theater or film, TV?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I am successful. I think that I'm very grateful for the work that I've had, but I have a very long way to go. So, take any advice I give you with a very big grain of salt. Like that, like sea salt. But I think it's just never giving up. If you feel strongly that this is something that you should be doing, then do it. And don't wait for someone to give you the chance to do it. We live in a time when your iPhone takes better video than half of the cameras that are on the market. So, make a film. There's the Disability Film Challenges next week. I don't know when this is airing. So, March 13th. It starts. So if this is after, then don't apply. I don't know. But
It'll
but
come out
but there,
roughly around the same time.
yeah. Um, uh, but there's opportunities for you to create your own work, and for people to then see it and see what you're capable of. Don't wait around for people, because if you wait around in any profession, you're not gonna get what you want.
How are you going to define success? Okay, that's the final career. After after
My
you just let
has a lot of thoughts on that. Uh, I don't know. Is the real answer. I think, um, I'm a perfectionist and an overachiever, so I don't know that I will ever be able to define that answer. This is turning into therapy. You are a doctor though, so that works out. But I do think that, I being a series regular would be on a comedy, on a sitcom, would feel like success to me. Having my own show would definitely, obviously, be a success. You know, just authentically representing a disabled character that people can look at and go, "Oh, I really enjoyed that character," not because they were disabled, but because they're a great character, I think would be a really big success.
Thank you, Shannon. This has been wonderful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Listen,
having me.
congratulations on everything. I did see a little bit of the Viacom today. The one you were you became the devil in the department store.
Oh
Which
yeah.
one? Yes, yes. You really have coined this little devil wheelchair girl going over.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that my friends would call it typecasting.
Well, listen, I was kind of, when I was looking over your work, I was thinking, I tell you, they really do like to put her in these kind of smart mouth kind of character, but it suits you
Yeah.
and it does. Do you enjoy playing them? Do you like playing
I
that kind?
do. Yeah, because I'm a person who is very I hate confrontation and I apologize for everything. I should have been Canadian. And so playing roles that are just so strong and so just in your face and just do not give a crap so is so like I don't know, it just it's a release, I guess, of like
Right.
everything that's inside of me because I'm just constantly apologizing.
Well, you do it very well, so I hope you'll do a lot more, and I hope we will enjoy it as we continue to see you on TV and in the movies and on the stage. So
Oh,
all the best and congratulations.
thank you so, so much.
It's been a pleasure.